In the city of Lagos, there is a social contract between the people and the government to deliver the proverbial dividends of democracy. Obviously, Lagos is working. Lagos is progressing. For the City of Lagos TV show, we are committed to bringing you the developments as they unfold in the city. Thanks for joining us. You're still watching the City of Lagos TV show. Welcome to Lagos Agencies in Focus platform. This is the platform that brings you detailed information about the activities, efforts, initiatives, and achievements of all the strategic agencies in Lagos. And of course, first, human capacity building for productive and efficiency is germane in public service administration. And for a city like Lagos, a state like Lagos, the government takes priority in ensuring that it runs a vibrant, viable public service administration. I'm talking about the civil service. And so today we're going to be speaking with the Director General of a very strategic agency saddled with civil service human capacity building, the Public Service Staff Development Center, PSSDC, under the able leadership of the Director General, Mr. Adekumilola Adio Moses. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to have you on the program.
It's a pleasure to be here with you, and it's lovely to get to speak with you about PSSDC.
We'd like you to give us a brief but precise historical background of the PSSDC as a strategic human resource agency in Lagos State.
Thank you very much. PSSDC is the Lagos State Public Service Staff Development Center, established in 1994. Last year we clocked 30 years old, and it was established with a vision to be the leading public service capacity building institution in Africa, with that world-class reputation. And that would inform you why we have such a beautiful, sprawling premises that gives you the capacity of world-class university campus to match the excellence of Lagos with an institution that continues to ensure that the public service will continue to maintain that excellence.
Thank you very much. Now, what are the wide range of quality learning and development training interventions to the Lagos State public servants in all cadres and their counterparts in the private sector?
What we do in the Lagos State Public Service is very clear. We try to provide the type of learning that would ensure public servants can provide excellent service for citizens and for visitors in Lagos. That means we have to be abreast of the needs and the desires of our citizens and all stakeholders that are involved in Lagos State. And that we do with a very robust network of information that we gather from both the public and the private sector. And we use that to develop the training programs that we put together and other type of capacity building initiatives that we put together. Over the years, we've been able to come up with professional courses as well as cross-cutting learning programs. And that has helped us to provide a 360-degree kind of capacity building experience. So it's not just about the knowledge that we give, it's also about team building, it's about teaching leadership skills, teaching about the resilience, which is in the DNA of Lagos. Lagos is known to be resilient. As a subnational that is bigger than over 20 nations in Africa, and a subnational that ranks itself top 5 among all the top cities around the world, it goes without saying that the threshold we give ourselves is very high. and we continue to make sure that we reach for the stars.
Looking at the nature of training programs organized, how do you come up with some of the very brilliant areas of specialization? Do you have any form of partnership or collaboration with the private sector to actually build a very solid public service?
First and foremost, we work very closely with professional organizations, with MDIs, Management Development Institutes across the globe. And that in itself ensures that the professional staff, the faculty that we have here, continue to keep themselves abreast of contemporary needs and professional requirements that today's facilitator is required to have to be able to provide the right training for staff. So we have that very good network across not just the African continent, but also with international organizations. And then in-house, we have the partnerships that we do with the academic institutions and with experts in the private sector who can help in creating those case studies, practical case studies that can bring to bear in the classroom. We've been working closely with the Center for Management Development, which is the organization that accredits professional trainers and training institutions in Nigeria. And the MDCO has been a big brother to partner and collaborate with us on many of their own programs. So we are now doing some training programs together. Some of our staff get to go on training programs or facilitation programs together with their own staff. So those are the ways that we ensure that the knowledge that you have in the academia plus the experience you have in the private sector are brought to bear in the training that we provide in KSSDC.
Since you came on board as the Director General, Lagosians would like to know, what are those very significant achievements you can easily lay your hands on to say, we've done this and we're making progress?
Thank you very much. First and foremost, I want to commend those who have come ahead of me. They have set the foundation for a very strong and viral public service training center. And I had very big shoes to fill. So one of the things we focused on was providing a virtual training platform. Happy to say that today we have finally set up our EcoLearn, which is our virtual learning platform. And we are transforming our courses into digital formats that are being uploaded onto that platform. So the courses that we have on the platform now have been tested, and a pilot run is going to be done at the end of this month. Then we built our own studio so that we can digitize our courses in-house. We are building 2 studios. We finished one. We are building the second one so that we can have different types of setups. So the current one that we've built has the console where you are able to speak to the audience, and that would be for the digital courses that will be facilitated virtually. The second studio would be for having discussions like we are having right now, even for commercial purposes, so that people can come and begin to create their own content and be able to use our studios. And that we are very excited about. We also have created Center for the computer-based testing facilities. So the CBT Center has 300 computers in about 9 classrooms. And that is to help provide ability to give computer-based training programs, examinations for either promotion purposes, or if you are doing some recruitment process and you need to do some selection processes, you need them to do exams and so on. So we are able to do for 300 people at a batch. And we are hoping that this new year we'll be able to bring on board international organizations that need to be able to have that kind of platform. Also, we are reaching out to JAM, WAEC, and all those kind of organizations to be able to use our place as a center for examinations that require a large number of people. As you know, because of the premises, again, it's a very serene environment. So if you're a consultant or you need to rent out a space for your own programs or your own training, PSSDC is the place to go to. We also have created a recreation center, and the recreation center has virtually all the sporting activities that you would think about. We have the volleyball, basketball, lawn tennis, table tennis, football, and then we are building our swimming pool in the second phase, so that once you come into this environment, you don't want to leave. That's the idea. Also, we have a guest house that we have started to renovate. The guest house is as old as the premises itself. So we started 1st of January this year to do the renovations of our guest house so that it would match the beauty of our recreation center as well as the other facilities that we have brought on board within the last 2 years that I joined PSSDC. So are you looking for a place for your official programs, your training programs, facilitation? Come on to the Lagos State Public Service Staff Development Center in Magodo, GRA Phase 2, and we'll be glad to be of service to you. Our social media handles: Facebook, PSSDC Magodo; Instagram, PSSDC_Lagos; our website, www.pssdc.ng. Our telephone numbers are 0915 265 0714. 0915 265 0710. You're welcome anytime.
You're still watching the City of Lagos TV show on Lagos Agencies platform on TV Nigeria. We've been speaking with the Director General of the Public Service Staff Development Center, PSSDC, Mr. Adekumilola Adio Moses. So, DG, what is the level of synergy, partnership with ministries, agencies, and departments and external training service providers in the design and implementation of qualitative, well-defined, and structured training programs?
Thank you very much. We engage ministries, departments, and agencies very, very closely. And that has informed several of the activities that we do. Part of the activities include the newly revised induction training program that the Office of the Head of Service is helping us to champion. Newly employed or newly deployed staff into the public service get comprehensive training that would ensure the ethics principles that we jealously guide in the public service are kept and upheld. In addition to that, we've also added a few other things. For example, we recently established a Gender Development Directorate. In addition to that, we established what you call a Toastmasters Club, which is supposed to help improve your communication skills. And that is very, very critical skills that improve your leadership skills, improve your ability to be more effective on your job. So the Toastmasters Club is something that we are very proud of that we established in the public service.
How has PSSDC integrated itself to align with the Themes Plus agenda of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu?
The Themes Plus agenda has been the policy guide for us. So there's an alignment, there's a synchronization between the capacity building initiatives of the center and the goals that the government sets. And we are glad to tell you that we've been getting very good feedback from each of the agencies about how the trainings their staff have been coming for have helped to improve their jobs in line with the government's needs and directives.
How would you describe the impactful support of Mr. Governor for the center?
We are very lucky here in the Lagos State Public Service Staff Development Center because Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has been a visionary leader for us, not just when he became governor, but many years back, even when he was still commissioner for the Ministry of Establishments, Training and Pensions, as it was called then. That ministry is the supervisory ministry of this center. And he had since then had a lot of passion for the development of this center. He even led the work that was done for the transformation agenda of PSSDC. And he has since continued to provide the kind of support and leadership that is required for a center like this to be able to thrive. So becoming the governor of Lagos State was like the icing on the cake, because that way he was able to provide the funding required to develop even more facilities to be able to take the center to the next level.
In delivering your core values, what are the various challenges faced by the center? And what efforts are you making to mitigate against them?
Challenges are none other than the same challenges that you and I face in this part of the world, which they're not insurmountable. And I'm sure that you know, in any organization, your values represent the DNA of the organization. To get public servants to remember those values, to uphold those values, irrespective of whatever distractions that we all face around us. The core values of PSSDC form the bedrock of the center, and we have been lucky to have very dedicated and committed professionals to uphold the core values over the last 30 years.
What are the future progressive projections and plans of PSSDC?
We're looking at pursuing some ISO standards so that we can take our organization to that level where other global organizations in the same space thrive to be. And what is most important for us is to continue to provide for the public servants in Lagos State. We also have plans, for the future to bring up our library, to have an e-library, because in this day and age, you can't just have a physical library, you have to have an e-library resource center. Mr. Governor Babajide Olúṣọlá Sanwo-Olu is planning that we'll be able to do a world-class auditorium in our premises here. He's earmarked the space for it, and we're looking forward to the fulfillment of that dream to make sure that public servants get the best in terms of capacity building.
Director General Public Staff Development Center, PSSDC, here in Magodo, GRA, Mr. Adekomilola Adio Moses, has been speaking to us about his administrative efforts, initiatives, and achievements of the PSSDC Center. And of course, he has also been able to enlighten us on the fact that the PSSDC is not just a learning point, but also have diverse recreational facilities all in one. So, DG, on a final note, what's your word of assurance to all stakeholders, civil servants, and to Lagosians in general?
To all civil servants, stakeholders, Lagosians, the Lagos State Public Service Staff Development Center is very, very proud to be here to provide service to both public servants and the general public. We are here to ensure that the public servants have the required training to deliver public services to you in the manner that you would appreciate, and to be able to effectively communicate the excellent work that the government is doing for the citizenry. And in addition to that, the Public Service Staff Development Center is here to make sure that when you come for training programs, you also get to have other interesting activities that you can do within and around the center. In addition to that, we make sure that we have facilities that you can use for your own programs. So feel very free to connect with us on our social media handles, and to always feel free to walk in here with us, to meet with us, and we look forward to making you happy.
Well, thank you very much, Director General, Public Service Staff Development Center, PSSDC, Mr. Adekomilola Adio Moses. So, a final shot. What's a final shot for everybody out there?
Yes, it's just to say a big thank you, first and foremost, our very dear Governor, Mr. Babajide Olúṣọlá Sanwo-Olu, our very dear Deputy Governor, Mr. Obafemi Hamzat. We want to thank the SSG, we want to thank the Head of Service, we want to thank the Honorable Commissioner for Establishment and Training, Mr. Flabi Ayotayo, our very dear Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Busla Abidaku, all those who provide the love and care that PSSDC continues to thrive upon. We want to say a big thank you to you. We want to let you know that PSSDC will always be there for you. And also all the commissions, the Civil Service Commission, the Health Service Commission, the Assembly, the Teaching Service Commission, all the commissions, the Judicial Service Commission, want to say a big thank you to you all.
So DG, I want to thank you for coming on the program and wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
And that's it on Lagos Agencies in Focus. And today we've been taking a look at the activities, efforts, and achievements of the Lagos State Public Service Staff Development Center, PSSDC. It's been a wonderful time. The City of Lagos TV show will continue in a moment.
Hello, Lagosians. My name is Adekunmilola Toluwase Adio Moses, the Director General of the Lagos State Public Service Staff Development Center. We are here to provide a leading public service capacity building institution of world-class repute because we have the full support of His Excellency, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, his deputy, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, the head of service, Mr. Abode Agoro, and all the key officers and elected public servants in Lagos State. We are very glad to be able to provide training programs for each and every public servant, especially grade levels 12 and below, to make sure that they get the right foundation that would help to provide excellent service delivery for the Lagos State public. And we are able to make sure that we provide consultancy services as required for any part of the public service that requires HR support. And in addition to that, we've been able to provide infrastructure for digital studio work, virtual learning, recreation, and so on and so forth. Do you know that PSSDC was created in 1994, which means 30 years of providing excellent service, capacity building, and facility services to the public. Do you want to reach out to us here at PSSDC? These are our contacts. For our social media handles, Facebook, PSSDC Magodo, Instagram, PSSDC_Lagos, and our website is www.pssdc.ng. X, PSSDC Info. Our telephone numbers are 0915-265-0714 and 0915-265-0710. PSSDC is located number 5 to 39 PSSDC Road, Magodo, Phase 2 GRA. With PSSDC, the future of Lagos State public service is very, very bright. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe gbogbo wa ni.
Keeping Lagosians abreast with developments across the city of Lagos is our prerogative every week. Join us again next week as we tell you the story of our Lagos, your city, my city on the show. Keep loving Lagos.